welcome to the world's premiere performance of It Was a Dark and Stormy Night, the 1988 winner of the R.J. Pickering Award for Playwriting Excellence. I wouldn't have thought 5 years ago when the Janine Revenges came to me with the concept of a program of this type that we would have the success that we've had over these years. In that intervening period of time, I think I've read a little over 600 scripts that have been submitted from any state in the United States and several foreign countries. We've done four, this will be our fourth show. The last two that we've done have each been done further after their performance here. Folly's Quarter, the show of 2 years ago, has been performed on the East Coast in Baltimore, in Washington, and it was waiting production in New York. The author at that time had hoped that Katharine Hepburn would give her okay to do the show. He liked it that much, and it's been an option for movies. Just last week we came to find out that Big Al Grows Straight, last year's winner, is opening off Broadway this coming month. You know, people came to me and said, well, why would you want to do an original show, and why should we come to see one? We do an original show, first of all, because they're good. We have a pick of a lot of shows, and we don't have to repeat something that somebody else has done. One reason you folks should go here is for the mere price of $5. You can see it for the first time. If you want to wait a year, like with Big Al, you can go see it in New York for $25 next week, I guess. But I guess the economies are there. So people all laughed 2 years ago when I came out and gave a speech for Follies and said, save your tickets, save your programs, this show is going someplace. I said the same thing last year, and they laughed again. Now here's two shows that have gone on to much bigger things. This year's show has been accepted by both the Bakers and the French Publishing House. It's going to be included in their catalogs, and it will be done in the future in many other places. And you're the ones who are seeing it here for the first time. We've been kind of blessed with this competition, and I was thinking of some words to say the other day. I went back and looked through the scrapbook that the CCT maintains in the lobby. There was a poem that was written by Bob, not long before his death, but in it basically he had the thought that he had so much more to do and so much more to say, and he knew that he wouldn't be able to do it. And I kind of feel that our continuing this competition, that our putting on these shows, is in fact Bob giving us more of his words and more of his say. We've been blessed with a real guardian angel who sees over what we're doing here, and we're real proud of these shows. Thank you very much.
He's always the perfect gentleman, last of a dying breed. Well, go ahead, read.
Oh, what? All the whole page?
No, the other way.
All right. Announcements, vital statistics, psychics, and advisors. It's all rubbish. See, I told you.
No, the employment column, right there.
All right, employment. All right, here we go. Employment. Please note, when responding to ads appearing in this section, you may be required to enroll in school.
No, not there. Read on, go on.
Air conditioning. Heating and air conditioning installer.
No, under nurse wanted. Read right there, under nurse wanted.
Oh, all right. Nurse wanted.
There you go.
Nurse wanted. Registered nurse. Required for a most unusual patient. isolated location, excellent salary. Applicant must be young and attractive, have no living relatives or social entanglements, must be interviewed in person. Apply the Old Wayside Inn, Salt Marsh Road, out from Gloucester. Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I found this propped up against his dressing mirror. Why, he wants some mirrors.
You went into his room? You know he doesn't allow anybody in his room.
Well, he's been getting so much worse lately. I mean, more than usual. Certainly you've noticed.
Well, we both know that he has his little fits and moods, but he's not as bad as he used to be.
That's wishful thinking on your part, Arabella. You know he's going off the deep end again. That's why I had to get into his room. I have to find out what he's up to.
Well, where is he now?
Oh, I think he's still upstairs with Uncle Silas. He took up his dinner, molasses and beans.
Oh, my. Well, I certainly hope there isn't going to be a storm, because he's much worse when there's a storm.
I know.
We're going to have to... Oh, my goodness. You don't suppose that he's been down in the cellar making that awful stuff down there at the end of
Oh, I
his
don't know. You know he's capable of anything. We both know that.
I know, but well, we're going to have to think of a plan. A plan. A plan.
Think. No,
Olive, take those clams out to the kitchen and put them in the sink and wash out the sand, and we'll have them for breakfast with fried bread.
no, that's no plan. She's taking those things down into the cellar, Arabella.
Well, now, never mind. She'll remember what she's doing. She always does.
She's such a... Oh,
There's the there. I told you. No.
well, never mind about Olive. What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to have to think of
What are we going to do about what, Cousin Hepzibah?
Now, just be calm.
All right.
Okay. Now, how is Uncle Silas?
Perhaps you didn't hear me. You were asking, what are we going to do?
Oh, I was? Oh, yes, of course I was. What I meant was, what are we going to do about Olive?
She's so forgetful.
Yes.
She's slow-witted, that's
Oh,
what she is.
slow-witted. Yes, that's what she is. Oh, leave it to you to hit the nail right on the head.
What's that you're holding, Arabella?
It's nothing. Nothing.
No.
Nothing?
No.
No.
It looks like a newspaper.
Oh, no.
And you don't read newspapers. If I didn't know any better, I guess you couldn't read. It couldn't be that Boston newspaper I had in my room, could it?
No.
The room I have forbidden anyone to enter.
Now, Evan, control yourself and don't get excited. You know how you get when you get overexcited. Now, think of your blood pressure.
You think of it. Give me that paper.
Oh, give it to me, Arabella.
Listen carefully, Cousin Hepzibah and Cousin Arabella. If either one of you interfere in my business, you'll live to regret it. Or perhaps I should say, you'll die to regret it. Stop! Leave Uncle Silas to me. He's my concern, not yours. I know how to deal with him. In fact, I'm the only one who knows how to deal with him. Remember my words.
We'll remember.
Oh, we wouldn't dare to interfere in your business, Ebenezer. You know that by now.
Coming, Uncle Silas.
Oh, Arabella, it's even worse than I imagined it to be.
No violence. There mustn't be any violence. You know I can't
know,
stand
I know.
violence.
them about the job?
Well, yes, I have. I tried to call from Boston, but it seems you have no phone.
Don't need one.
Since the position's filled, I'll be on my way.
The job has not been filled.
But those ladies said,
Pay no attention to my cousins. They have a habit of sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong.
well, I thought one of them might be the patient. Is something wrong?
Should there be?
Well, this is the way you're staring at me. I've changed my mind. This place is just a bit too remote for me. If I run into anyone who might be interested, I'll be sure to tell them to get in touch.
Sit down.
Well, look here, you.
I said sit. Have you no humanitarian instinct? You're supposed to be a nurse. At least have the courtesy to meet your patient before you make your decision.
If you like.
I like. Didn't you understand me? I don't want you to leave until you meet the patient.
I wasn't going away. I was just admiring all the old things you have here. The place is full of antiques. Can I help you? I'm Jane Adams. I'm a nurse. I'm here about the position. The man with the beard wanted me to meet you. Can you hear me? Can't hear and can't see. In that case, I don't mind telling you that this dungeon gives me the creeps. Waste my time and my gas to drive all the way down here for nothing? No way. I wouldn't stay in this cobweb factory if you paid me in oil stocks. Not bad. Not bad at all. I should get a few hundred for this on Charles Street. Aren't leaving, are you? Can't say as I blame you. Don't like my company? Feelings mutual. If I did decide to stay here, I could clean this place out by the weekend. No way, Jane. Get out, move. Or in the case of ye old Wayside Inn, leave.
Not going anywhere, are you?
I'm warning you. Now, don't try anything. Those are my car keys. What are you doing with them? You have no right.
I told you I wanted you to meet the most unusual patient.
Well, I rehab the blind girl.
Blind? Ah, that must have been Olive. She has fancies. I'm glad you're here. It's been a long time.
What do you mean, a long time? I don't know what you're talking about. Just give me those car keys and I'll be on my way. Otherwise...
Otherwise, what, Effie? I don't like threats. Never did.
Happy? Who's happy?
As if you didn't know. As if sweet butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
You know,
What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
Good. I'll get the patient.
And besides, I told a friend in Boston I was coming here. She knows about the ad in the paper. Spare keys in the glove compartment. The door key. Where's the door key? Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
you a most unusual patient. And here she is.
Do you hear anything?
He's moving around, I can hear that.
Well, what do you suppose he's doing down there?
I don't know, but it's better off if we don't know. Never kick a mad dog. That's what the general always said.
And we both know that the general, you never did like dogs. No.
What was it?
Oh, it wasn't me, it was Uncle Silas.
Oh, well, Ollie, you're not a piece of furniture. Go see what the old man wants.
You know, I don't really think Ebenezer's done anything bad. I really don't think so.
So, well, you certainly changed your tune. You can babble on all you want, but you won't convince me, and you won't convince yourself. We both know that he's capable of anything.
Well,
We both know. Cousin Ebenezer is a lunatic.
oh, don't say that. I don't even want to think about this anymore. Well, he just gets tense, that's all.
That's what they said about Jack the Ripper. Oh. That poor Miss Adams. I don't know.
Well, I don't think I liked her very much. I thought she was rather pushy.
Well, what's that got to do with anything? You haven't been the same since she came to that door. I know. He's done away with it.
No.
Yes, he has. He's done away with it. I'll bet you.
I don't
Now, listen. We know that if he asks Olive to make a wedding, that we're in for a bad time of it.
Oh,
You know
no,
that.
but her
No.
car's not out there anymore.
What? I know that.
Well, I think she took fright and drove off. That's what I think.
I think Evan drove the car off into Marsh Road.
Oh.
That's what he did.
Oh.
You know that Marsh Road is treacherous. Yes, very treacherous. And he's done away with it.
Oh, I don't think so. What are we gonna do?
Well, there's only one thing you can do.
Not the police. Not the police.
No. What? Wait a second. The general.
Oh, but we tried. All last night we tried and we couldn't get through to him.
But now, there's been a lot of static and interference out there, but we know that it'll clear up.
Oh, I
The
hope
storm's
so.
over and it clears up.
Oh,
Yes.
No.
Listen.
Oh,
He's coming up. Oh, Arabelle, I'm afraid.
now be calm. We are there.
Excited. Just sit right here. Stand like we're just having tea. Yes, having tea.
Oh, Shenandoah, I'm going to leave you. What are you two staring at?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing
at all.
No.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Two peas in a pod, that's what you are. Two dried up peas in a pod. Not scared of me, are you, cousin?
Now, Evan, how you carry on? You know we're not afraid of you. We love you.
Yes, and you love us. Why, you wouldn't do anything to harm us now.
Bah!
Oh, and don't forget, no matter what, we're family, Evan. We're family.
Have a drink.
No,
we don't.
Oh, that's foul, nasty stuff, Evan. You shouldn't drink it. The last time you made a batch, it made you very ill.
I do what I want in this house.
Oh, no,
Uncle Silas won't live forever.
Oh, well, I'm not so sure of that. He's almost 112.
No, he's 113.
I said he won't live forever.
Well, maybe you're right.
Well, whatever you say,
Yeah,
Evan.
you're the boss.
Yes.
That's right. I'm the boss of ye old wayside inn. I take care of Uncle Silas as if he was a baby. He owes me a lot. He owes me this inn. He's promised it to me. My, if I wanted, I could throw the two of you out onto the marsh road.
Oh, no, Evan, you wouldn't do that.
We have no place to go.
We've got no money.
You could go back to that charity hospital.
Oh, no. Dear Cousin Evan, you wouldn't do that. Hensel and I will never go back to that place.
That wasn't really a hospital. That was more like an old home, wasn't it? Oh, she's right. We won't go back there.
Then
never stays.
Why don't you come back next week for this interview? I do think that's a good idea. Next week would be a much better idea. Right here. Oh, dear.
Pay no attention to my cousin Hepzibah, Miss Shaw. She has a tendency to take charge when things are none of her concern. I've talked to her about that habit, but she doesn't get my message.
I'm only trying to help, Mrs. Caesar.
This is our best table. You must be very tired after your long drive down from Boston. Come and sit down and rest yourself. Sit down.
Thank you. These old New Englanders are so interesting in their names. Cousin Hepzibah, General Saltmarsh, Cousin Ebenezer.
And I'm Arabella Saltmarsh. We've been here since George III was King of England.
She means the family has been.
So you're like living history? This place is so atmospheric. Yes, that's it, atmospheric. Reeks of another time. Do you get many guests?
We're out of season.
Yes, and we have no television here.
No telephone either.
I know, I tried to call.
Uncle Silas calls the telephone whispering wires. He doesn't like whispering wires, and that's why we have no telephone.
Uncle Silas?
He's old. Oh, in fact, he is the oldest man in Massachusetts.
Then I take it Uncle Silas is the most unusual patient. I know elderly patients can be trying, and it takes a special talent to deal with them. I don't want to brag or anything, but I have a talent to deal with them. All I'm asking is a chance to prove my worth. What was that?
Oh, Uncle Silas.
Sounded like a wounded animal. Forgive me.
I'll see to him.
Would you like me to come along?
I want you to stay down here. I'll only be a few moments. See that Miss Shaw is here when I get back.
Oh, certainly, Evan. We'll see that she's most comfortable.
I'll make tea.
Do you have to wear that?
This? No.
Your pretty hair.
Are there any more in the family?
More?
Other than you and Hepzibah and Cousin Ebenezer?
Well, there's quite enough, don't you think?
Oh, Uncle Silas. Yes, I forgot about Uncle Silas.
Oh, but it's not easy to forget about Uncle Silas. He's old, terribly
Yes,
old.
only the general is older.
The general. In the house?
Well, his spirit is.
Spirit. Yes. That must be reassuring.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, stay in touch. There's been static in the spirit world, and us like static on the radio, you understand? Yes. Well,
You have a radio?
well, no. We used to have a radio, but Cousin Ebenezer threw it out. Didn't like it. Uncle Silas didn't like it anymore.
Who's that?
Who?
Curly widow weed?
I didn't notice anybody. Oh, who's Mom? Oh, it had to be Alice. Oh, Taylor, no mind at all. She's our hired girl. Why, we found her wandering out in the woods, and we took her in out of kindness. She's a little odd, you know.
Very. You know what I mean.
Afternoon, ladies.
Oh, it's Taylor's now.
Whose car is that outside?
It belongs to me.
This is Miss Shaw. She's a nurse.
Someone sick?
It's the uncle.
Silas.
I take it he needs constant care.
That does not surprise me. Where are you from, Miss Shaw?
Boston.
I see. How long have you been here?
Only a few minutes. I'm going to demand the paper.
And we were about to make a pot of tea. You'd stay for a cup, wouldn't you? Please do.
I'm sorry, I just stopped by to tell you there's a storm warning going out. It ought to hit by tonight. Have you got plenty of supplies in?
Tends to all of the supplies.
Yes, he tends to everything.
That dirt road out there turns into a killer sea every time there's a storm.
Twice last year we were cut off from Gloucester.
How about your tea, dear? Would you like China or oolong?
Either one's fine.
All right.
You know, I better go help her, because sometimes she forgets to boil the water.
It's none of our business, Miss Shaw. You know what you're doing.
What do you mean?
Come in here. You old wayside inn.
Not what I expected.
Look, you seem like a nice, sensible lady. So I'll get you straight. This family went insane about the time General Saltmarsh deserted Washington and out of court.
You mean he's a traitor?
I don't know about that, but he was a deserter. crazy to live here. Take my advice. Go back to Boston.
I can't.
Why not?
I have my reasons.
Well, you can't say you haven't been warned.
I can take care of myself.
I hope so. Nice talking with you.
I do appreciate your concern.
Oh, and you better tell Ebenezer about the supplies. Cousins are likely to forget.
I won't.
Good day, Miss Shelby.
We're out of China. How about Lipton?
Who's down there?
State Trooper, Mr. Snow.
I know him. Busybody.
Seems there's a storm brewing, and he wanted to make sure you had enough supplies.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
I'm sorry.
You haven't changed much.
I'm not following you.
Pretty as ever. Pretty face, pretty hair. You keep coming back like a song. Isn't that what the fools say? Lovesick fools?
Don't think me rude, Mr. Saltmarsh, but I'd like to get out of this interview. If you think I'd work out, I'd like to talk about salary and accommodation.
Don't you want to meet the patient?
Yes, I would like to meet Uncle Silas.
Who said anything about Uncle Silas?
Not the patient.
The advertisement said no living relatives,
I'm quite alone.
no social entanglement.
Don't have any.
You understand, don't you, that I want someone who'll devote herself completely to the job. No outside distractions.
Suits me fine.
Good. Wait here.
Out of curiosity, I've never worked in a place before that didn't have a phone. How unusual not to work in a place without a phone.
No sugar. We're out of sugar.
That's fine, don't need it.
And the milk's gone sour.
And the milk's gone sour.
Don't use it either.
Won't be long.
Still there, Miss Shaw?
Yes, Mr. Saltmarsh, I'm still here.
Here we come.
I'm quite anxious.
Here's your patient.
Quite anxious to meet him, or her, or it.
I've told Effie all about you, Miss Shaw.
What's wrong with her?
Can't you tell? What kind of nurse are you? It's as plain as mud. She's dead. Her neck is broken. Say hello to the nice nurse, Effie. Say hello. 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 Cousin Hepzibah, Cousin Arabella, come quick. He's gone.
Who's gone?
Uncle Silas.
Oh, gracious.
His door was open. I know his trick.
Where could he have gone?
He's crawled away.
He hasn't done that in a long time. I thought he was too weak to wander.
You didn't help him, did you?
Oh, no. You know I'd never go against your wishes. It's better to leave well enough alone. That's what I always say.
He likes the cellar.
Do you want me to help?
I want you to stay out of the way.
There you go.
Otherwise,
There you go. Test me again. Heads up. Did you hear?
Yes, I heard.
Oh,
seen anyone from college all summer.
Dad, I had no idea you lived in Gloucester.
Gloucester born and Gloucester bred.
Since when did you drive a cab?
Since June. I need cash for next semester. Say, Dorothy, you sure you got the right place?
This is the old Wayside Inn.
There's more than one Yale Wayside Inn along the North Shore.
On this road?
No,
Then this has to be the place.
I have no idea of a Holiday Inn.
I know what you mean. It is rather gruesome. I mean, I don't mind early American. This place looks prehistoric. Oh, hello? Hello? Anybody home?
Nobody home. Tell you what, why don't you let me take you to the Colonial House? It's a great place and the food is sensational. You'll love it.
Hey, call upstairs, will you?
Sure. Anybody home? Hello? Did you make a reservation?
No.
Don't suppose you need one for this graveyard. I haven't had a fair out here all summer. Folks give this inn a wide berth.
You're the dumb.
I don't mean that. I mean the Saltmarsh family. They own it. They say the old uncle is the oldest living maniac in Massachusetts. And the two cousins, Arabella and Hepzibah, they used to be locked up in a funny farm. Wait till you see it. When I was a kid, we used to call the old Wayside Inn a haunted house. We'd come up here and Ebenezer would chase us away. You had to be a brave kid to face Ebenezer.
I admit, I don't mind cobwebs, and I'm not much for dust, but I think you're trying to fight me off.
Have I succeeded?
Almost.
Wait till you see this. The Windows Bar. All the windows have bars on them.
Keep out the burglars?
The bars that keep the salt marshes in.
Nice try.
Don't tell me you've come out here for solitude.
Me? I love company.
Hey, you got a relative or something, right?
I hope not. No, it's quite simple.
Mike?
Did you ever meet my older sister?
I don't think so.
Oh, Mary, she's a great pal. She lets things get to her. Married to problems.
So,
I was talking to her on the phone yesterday, and she wasn't making much sense. It really started to bother me. She said she had to get away for a few months. Said there was a job down here in Gloucester, in the old Wayside Inn. She's a nurse.
go on.
Her husband's in Los Angeles, and he wants to patch things up. He called me and asked if I'd call her, and I thought it was a good idea. I mean, she really overreacts to everything. But even if she doesn't want to patch things up, at least you can give me a chance to see how she's getting on. Hello?
You don't even know if she's here?
Oh, I hope she isn't.
That makes two of us.
What's this?
What's what?
Mary's scarf.
How can you be sure?
I'm sure I gave it to her. It has an unusual pattern. Besides, it's torn, and I was with her when it happened. She's here. Get my bag, will you?
You're not staying.
What night here is it going to kill me?
Don't bet on it. Why don't you see your sister and then let me take you back to town? I don't want you out here.
You're the old-fashioned type, Mr. Perkins. If you won't get the bag, I'll get it myself.
Whatever happened to the type of woman who needed a guy's protection?
You're sweet.
You win.
Mary? Mary? Mary, it's Dorothy! Who's there? Anybody there? Who is it?
Ed Perkins at your service. Where do you want it?
Anywhere's fine.
How about here?
As good a place as any.
I'm not getting back to town. I wish you'd change your mind.
Stop worrying.
I can stay a few minutes longer. At least you see your sister.
I'll be leaving early in the morning. If you'd like, we could have breakfast together in town.
Well, first thing, say 7. That too early?
I'll be ready.
Till then.
Goodbye, Ed.
See you around.
Tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock.
It's a date.
Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt your aerobics, but I'd like to have a room. Who do I speak with?
A room? A room?
Yes, a room. It's a square-shaped area. Usually has a bed in it.
Oh, there are no beds here. No, it's out of season.
My name's Dorothy Blake. My sister's here, I believe. Mary Shaw?
Oh, no one here.
We
No.
never have visitors when it's out of season.
And it's out of season.
I heard you the first time. She drove here yesterday. She came down from Boston.
Oh, there's no car here. The only vehicle we have here is Cousin Ebenezer's motorcycle.
Cousin Ebenezer. Then you must be Arabella and Hepzibah Saltmarsh.
I'm Hepzibah, and that's Arabella.
And we heard every word. We didn't appreciate what that nasty cab driver had to say. We didn't appreciate it at all. No, it wasn't nice.
Wasn't it? No.
I know them town people, they don't like us out here. They hate us, they always have, and they always will. They're spiteful.
Yes, and it's just all because of the general. You understand? They think he deserted.
That nasty cab driver is a nice boy. We're in college together.
Well, if I were you, dearie, I would just get while the getting's good.
And we don't know a thing about your pretty sister.
You don't?
That's right.
Then how do you know she's pretty?
Well, I was just being polite. It wouldn't be polite if we said we didn't know anything about our ugly sister.
No.
Do you see this headscarf?
Oh, that's mine.
It's not yours. It's my sister's. Where is she?
We told you, we don't know.
She was here?
No.
Then how did this get here?
How should we know?
You know, if I don't start getting some straight answers, I'm gonna call the police.
You can't call the police.
Why not?
Because we don't have a telephone, that's why not.
Then I'll walk.
Oh, it's a long walk. Go upstairs. And it's thundering, and if that storm should break, you might get washed away.
What's up those stairs?
Oh, you can't go up there. You can't go up.
Where are you hiding? It's my sister, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's just
It's just an old man.
It's
You
Uncle
can't go up.
Silas.
You can't go up.
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
I didn't hear anything.
It was the wind.
No,
Just the wind. The storm. The wind. Oh, oh.
It's Mary. Get out of my way.
What have you done?
Oh, the interference is clearing. Oh, it's the general. Oh, yes, General. We understand, General. Anything you say. Oh, Arabella, go upstairs. You know where the key is. The general says that we must let that lady out.
Well, the general always knows the best thing to do.
Yes, he does. Hurry.
I will. Now you stay down here. Stay here.
I'm coming too.
No, you stay here. We'll get your sister. We're trying to help you. Now stay there.
Dorothy, you're not in Kansas anymore.
I just knew the general would give us some good advice.
You harmed my sister in any way.
Oh, no, we haven't done anything. You've got to understand that, my dear. No, please, don't cause us any trouble. Bella and I worked so hard at staying out of trouble.
Locking up my sister in this asylum is your idea of staying out of trouble?
Oh, we didn't do any of that. Really, we didn't. We wouldn't do anything like that. It's him.
Who?
Well, you've got to understand him. It's our cousin Ebenezer. You see, he was a very bad child. All those years growing up, everybody said he'd come to no good end, especially when he ate all those dead flies. You know, we don't like him or understand him either one. He never bothers to face. And we didn't want to lie to you, but he'd be just furious with us if we told you the truth about this.
What is the truth?
It's like this, you Dorothy.
Oh, why did I send that away? I'm gonna get you out of here.
Yes, we both gotta get out of here.
Are you all right?
Get out of my wits, and you will be too. My heart's beating so fast, I can hear it.
Everything's gonna be all right now.
Going my way.
Stay away from us. I'm warning you. Stay away. Get back. Mary, what is it? Don't you touch my sister. Don't you dare touch her.
Olive? Olive, I want something special tonight. I want you to bake a wedding cake. A nice wedding cake with the bride and groom on top. Understand?
I understand.
Pretty hair. So soft. I wonder who she was. Do you know, Effie?
I'm not Effie.
That's what they all say.
storm doesn't keep getting worse.
Well, you know there's more than a nip in the air.
And if there's a nip in the air, Cousin Ebenezer will probably drink it. Just remember this, dear. We're all going along with this to humor our cousin. Because if we don't go along with this wedding, we'll probably be evicted.
Well, that's not me that I like you. What a nice one. I see it's raining cats and dogs. They can't stand cruelty to animals.
It's dark and stormy out there.
Well, that's hardly any news.
The door. Please close the door. Finding this place is a stroke of luck.
We were heading for Lynn,
But you can't get to Lynn on this road.
so we discovered. Must have taken a wrong turn. Mud, mud, mud.
That's because we're so close to the marsh. We almost skidded off the road a few times. No fire?
Well, we like it that way.
Luckily, I had a flashlight. Stopped at the signpost for directions.
It read, Ye Old Wayside Inn, straight ahead. So we came on, straight ahead.
Heading for the storm.
You can't stay.
No, not a season, no rooms.
Is this a gag?
No, it's not a gag. We're not open. Goodbye.
Goodbye?
We haven't been here 5 minutes.
Well, you can't stay. You head back to Gloucester. Go back there and you can give directions.
Back to Gloucester. Lady, we couldn't get 10 feet. We're in a Volkswagen and the mud's that thick.
Well, you can't stay here.
At least till the storm clears. Impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Because we don't
You
have...
must forgive my cousin. They're not used to visitors.
Maybe it would help to break the ice if I make with the introductions. I'm Frank Dawson. This is Miss Malibu.
Malibu.
Miss Malibu dances.
Oh, we don't allow dancing in
No,
here.
certainly not. No, there's no license. No license.
We don't want to upset the apple cart because we'll have to stay. It's either in here or out there. And I would turn straight kitten out on a night like this.
We won.
Some sense of humor you've got.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ebenezer Saltmarsh, and these charming ladies are my cousins, Hepzibah and Arabella. Naturally, you will stay until the storm is over. I insist. Olive. Olive, these people will be guests tonight. Make up a couple of rooms for them. The rooms under the eaves should do nicely.
I'm the nurse. You got it?
How forgetful of me. She's the nurse because we have a patient.
Well, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Every nurse ought to have a patient. Every patient ought to have a nurse.
Room. Patient.
Were you in the room?
Give me your raincoat.
You got it.
The storm won't last the night. Still, these summer storms can be quite treacherous. People have skidded on the muddy roads and disappeared into the marsh swamp.
No.
The marsh swamp has no bottom. Once something goes into the swamp, it's gone forever.
We learn something new every day, don't we?
You must excuse me. My uncle, old, very old. He crawled away and I haven't been able to find him.
Maybe he's going to that swamp you were talking about.
Make yourselves comfortable.
When he says comfortable, why do I think of a coffin?
Beats me.
Let's take our chances with the storm.
Relax.
Relax? Who could relax in a place like this? That Ebenezer guy belongs in the zoo. Did you hear what he said about his uncle?
I heard.
The old man crawled out of his room. He makes him sound like an alligator or something.
I wonder if there's anything worth drinking.
You're not supposed to drink. You're on duty.
Look, I don't need you to tell me what's on.
the Munster's my real name.
What difference does your name make to them? Most of these bottles are empty.
No one's supposed to know who I am.
You're upset.
Is it any wonder? First we get lost, then the car practically skids off the road, and now this inn. Look at it.
I've seen worse.
I haven't. Have to stay.
Only till the storm's over.
Listen,
I didn't hear anything.
like a knock. It was like someone knocking.
You're imagining things. Been on edge all night. Ye old wayside inn just getting to you.
Think so? There it is again.
Right. From the kitchen, I think. Dude, that chest.
Careful.
We'll soon find out.
What kind of a hotel is this?
I don't know, but they put in a wild floor show.
Get away. Must get away. Where? He'll find me. Mary. Poor Mary. Escape, but where?
What's the trouble, miss?
Get a butterfly net. Get a straitjacket.
Easy, miss. Easy.
Take your hands off me. Who are you?
Calm down.
Thank you, sir, but I can handle her. I'm a registered nurse.
This is some patient.
Don't let her get me.
May not be the season for tourists, but certainly the season for flakes.
Now behave up here. I'll have to give you the typo in the hip. Typo in the hip? I'm not happy. I'm Dorothy. He thought Mary was happy. He thinks Henry was happy.
Happy who?
I don't know. Go along, dear. A little nap and you won't know yourself.
That can only be an improvement.
I'll behave. I'll be good. No trouble. No hypo in the hip.
She's a handful, isn't she?
Every girl sometimes be a little peculiar on her wedding night.
Wedding night?
She's getting married?
Oh, yeah.
Who's she marrying?
Who do you think?
We haven't the slightest idea.
She's marrying Ebenezer Saltmarsh, of course.
Of course.
What?
The guy with the beard?
And the funny boots?
Isn't the table beautiful?
Yeah. Takes my breath away.
I'm a registered nurse, and I bake the cake.
I bet it's a devil's food cake.
That gun's loaded, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're going to be needing it.
Great. The lights are going.
Oh!
What's wrong with you?
Here!
Where?
What's that?
I think it's that alligator you were talking about.
That does it. I'm taking my chance with the car.
Now talk sense.
I'm getting out now. Storm or no storm, the swamp marsh has to be better than this.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Let me get my coat. I need to go.
We'll stay. Here. We're not going.
What was that Volkswagen?
A cop? Pal, I'm glad to see you.
What about the boats? It's mine.
It's over the side.
What do you mean?
I mean what I said. It's over the side. Mud shifted, took the car with it. When the storm blows over, I'll see what I can do about getting you the tow truck.
You came out from town?
Yeah, I'm cruising around, putting up road closed signs. I know what about a mile.
Then the road's out of commission?
It is, unless you've got a vehicle like the one I'm driving. I got mud tags.
Wonderful. You can give us a lift.
No, I have to put the sign up by the bridge. The bridge might collapse.
Don't say it. Please don't say it.
The road is closed, and the bridge is out. You'll have to spend the night.
Yes, not say it.
Spend the night. This is the sort of place where you don't sleep on sheets. You wear them.
Well, I'd better see to that bridge. Bolt the door when I'm gone. You never know who's out on a night like this. Thanks, Alice.
Oh, great! I'm scared.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you.
On the other hand, I'm wrong a lot of the time. tell me to shoot first and ask questions later. Why did you yell?
Can't you hear it?
Hear what? Rats in the walls? Bats in the attic?
Listen. Don't tell me you can't hear that.
I can hear it. So what? Someone's playing the Frankenstein music. Figures.
Yeah, who?
I don't want to know. I'm not going to look for trouble. Anyway, stop.
We could have been murdered in our sleep. Where is everyone?
Out of sight, out of mind. As far as I'm concerned, staying in here together is the wisest thing to do. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Wish there's more wood for that fire. Used up what there was. Mostly twigs.
Oh, they're so thirsty. Mouth is like pancakes, and I have an awful headache. Where's the nurse? You mean my sister?
Your nurse is your sister?
Oh, I go in the hip?
So, where's my
I
head?
better help her.
You heard what I said. We stay together.
I didn't run out on you.
That wouldn't be wise.
You can trust me.
In a job like this, I don't trust anyone.
Listen, there it is again.
This time we'll find out what it is.
Be careful. Whatever's in there might bite. Oh, the poor thing.
I don't know who you are, but thank you.
How did you get in that chest?
Who's that crazy man?
Don't tell me what you get. Ebenezer Saltmarsh.
He's howling mad.
Not only that, he's getting married tonight.
He's gonna marry me.
You?
That guy's from Casanova.
Look, we've gotta get out of here.
Look, I understand there's a storm outside this house. My car's stuck in the mud.
It's him. It's Ebenezer. He can't see me. The cellar. Who made the tunnel? All right.
Not so fast. What's your name?
Who could be out there?
Probably that Gloucester cop. Or maybe it's Ebenezer or those cuckoo cousins.
What if it isn't?
So?
You know what I'm talking about? A deserted old house? A swamp marsh that has no bottom? Perfect crime.
You're not afraid of me, are you? Hey, open up in there, I'm drowning! That's not the Gloucester cop.
Don't open it.
We're safe.
I've never seen a night like this. Now I know what a fish feels like. Is that a fire?
It was.
Wouldn't go outside if you gave me a box of that cigars.
Who are you?
Name's Ed Perkins. I drive a cab in town. During the summer, then. I'm a college student.
What are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. Who are you people?
Remind about us. You a friend of the salt marshes?
Salt marshes don't have any friends.
How did you get here? The road's closed.
I know that. It's always closed in a storm like this. Didn't stop me. Parked a couple miles back. Walked the rest of the way.
Do you expect us to believe that?
I don't care what you believe. What is this?
Don't listen to him, Dawson.
Let me handle it.
Is that what I think it is?
It's not a cat pistol that doesn't squirt water. Keep your hands where I can see.
Whatever you say.
Start talking. Who sent you?
Hey, you're mistaking me for someone else.
You ought to check for a weapon.
Easy on Dickwitch.
He's clean.
Check for some ID.
Where's your wallet?
It's in my cab.
I'll ask my question again. Who sent you?
Nobody sent me.
Stop by for a cup of hot chocolate, huh?
There's no need to be surly. A friend of mine came down from Boston, called for a cab. We were surprised to see each other. She wanted to come out here, said she was looking for her sister. I didn't want her to stay, but she insisted. Anyways, I got to thinking about it. I got a little worried. So I came back to see if she was okay. Is that so tough to understand?
Good story, but I've heard better.
Ed, am I glad to see you?
What did I tell you? There's my friend.
You know this guy?
Ed Perkins, we're in school together.
See,
Your girlfriend here sure has strange taste when it comes to men.
refer to me.
I better sit. I'm woozy. I feel like I've been sleeping for 100 years.
Dorothy, you don't look so good.
Hey, we got trapped in the storm, lost our way. We had no choice except to come in here.
We'd be gone in a minute, and the cars kaput.
Dorothy, look, why?
Ebenezer. The guy you're marrying?
Mary?
I'm not marrying anyone. Oh, it's all so mixed up. I think I'm someone named Effie.
Effie who?
Can't be as good as mine.
Storm's getting worse.
Oh, I sure hope the lights hold. I just like candles.
A wedding in the rain is bad luck. I read that in the Farmer's Almanac.
Oh, well, and I wonder if the general knows about the wedding.
Well, you know that the general knows about everything, dear.
Oh, well, that's true.
And you haven't been in your room, and we used our very best quilts for you.
Thanks for the quilt. We decided to stay down here. For all we know, the rooms had trap doors.
Nonsense. There's no trapdoors. There's only one, and that's in the kitchen.
I intend to inform the police. You drugged me. You held me prisoner. You lied about my sister being here.
She's telling the truth. You ladies better have a good explanation. Otherwise, you're in big trouble.
Should
What do you think, General? Very well. He says we probably should cooperate.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Does the general play the violin by any chance?
Oh, goodness gracious, no. How far from silent? I do hope he didn't disturb you too much.
Who is the general?
who is the general?
I just said that.
General Saltmarsh.
Local legend. During the Revolutionary War, he deserted.
He did no such thing. He had a terrible stomachache, and he came home to recuperate. And while he was recuperating, he lost his memory.
And his memory did not come back until after the war was all over.
That's what I call a convenient lapse of memory. This place has got everything from spooks to nuts. What about this young woman's sister?
Well, we didn't want to help him, you see, but he said if we didn't, he was going to throw us right out on the road. And he's not as bad as he seems, but he gets these, moods.
Moods?
Yes. Years ago, you see, he was engaged to a young lady from town by the name of Effie Lunk.
Yep, love was a pretty thing.
With a name like Effie Lunk, she'd have to be.
She was a nurse, you see, and, well, the truth of the matter is she stood him up right at the altar. Oh, what a day that was. Oh,
Never to be forgotten. He was furious.
I can imagine.
well, Effie ran off with the sailor right in the middle of a hurricane.
But he wasn't a sailor. He was a Portuguese fisherman.
Oh, what difference does that make? Sailor, Portuguese fisherman, it doesn't matter. Ebenezer just never recovered from it. He came back here to the inn and locked himself in, and he never goes out except to get supplies and things, of course. But you see, his mood just kept getting worse and worse. Well, and he just doesn't have a good word for anybody anymore.
Especially Portuguese fishermen.
Yes.
He graduated. The people from town, they stopped coming to the old wayside inn. And did you notice that scar on Ebenezer's face?
Yeah, I noticed.
Well, he got in a fight with a guest one night.
Oh, I shudder to remember that.
What has any of this to do with my sister or with me?
Well, it doesn't happen often, but he gets to drinking. And he goes down in the cellar and he makes that foul brew, and it makes him crazy in the head. And then he wants revenge on Effie.
I'm beginning to get the picture.
Some picture. He lures a nurse down here at the old wayside. His mind tells him it's happy, and then it's the old revenge time.
Well, if you like to put it that way.
But it's just a boyish prank.
Hey, what has he done with Effie? I mean, Mary.
She did? Well, Arabella and I wouldn't dare inquire.
You know, this table is really pretty, isn't it? And you know, there's going to be a wedding. And I think that you and I ought to go out to the kitchen and see how I've done with the
All
wedding.
right, I don't need that. Oh, listen, don't you to Alice. She's not really a nurse, you understand. She doesn't like herself very much, so she always dresses up and pretends she's somebody else. But we really don't mind at all, you see, except for when she dresses up and she thinks she's Lizzie Borden.
Did
I hear what I think I heard?
You heard. Stark raving mad, that's what they are.
All of them.
That's why they call them the Mad Salt Marshes.
We've got to find my sister.
Is your sister about 5'6", 130 pounds, blonde hair?
That's Mary. Have you seen her? Met ya? Kind of. Alive?
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's alive. What a relief.
Where'd she go?
She thought you were Ebenezer and she ran to hide.
Where?
The cellar. She said it was a maze of tunnels.
This house is built over time. Constructed during the smuggling days. Well, you stay and keep an eye on her.
Be careful.
You, come with me.
As long as you got the gun, I'm with you.
She's down there, we'll find her. I've got the nose of the people. I noticed.
I had to go with them.
Oh, you're still pretty shaky. You wouldn't be much help.
You're not going with them? What's wrong?
I may need your help.
Why do you need help?
Dawson says he's a cop, but I don't think he is. Are you sure you can trust your boyfriend?
Oh, it's not my boyfriend, but I trust him with my life. You have some kind of difficulty?
Have you ever heard of protective custody?
Oh, yeah, that's when police have a special witness and they put him in jail for their own protection.
Well, these days they give witnesses new names, and they farm them out where they won't be noticed. I'm supposed to be delivered to a family in Lynn. There are people looking for me. Bad people. I was dancing in a club, and I witnessed a murder. A shooting. I saw the man who did it. I'm the only one who can identify them. This morning, Dawson showed up and said he was my police escort. He was taking me into hiding. Don't you believe him? I did. At first. Those killers want to make sure I don't testify. Why would a cop get lost? I think he brought me here because it's the perfect place to shut me up permanently. He could be the hitman.
Slow down, you're going a mile a minute. You think he's arranged something with Ebenezer, is that it?
A dark and stormy night. A house full of kooks. A swamp marsh that has no bottom. It's the perfect setup to get rid of a witness.
Didn't he have any identification?
What does that prove? I tell you, I'm scared.
Chin up. Oh, why don't they come back?
Brandy. That's what we need. Brandy. It'll steady our nerves.
As frightened as I am, I'm not going to leave here without Mary. She pretends she can take care of herself, but she can't. Oh, what a wild idea coming down here.
Wild ideas belong here.
I wonder if a gun would stop Ebenezer. You don't suppose he was trying to get rid of Ed, do you? Belle? Belle? The big knife, Hexabus, it cuts better. Aren't you carrying this humor, Ebenezer? He's just a bit far.
Well, the more that we keep his mind off things and keep it occupied, the better we'll all be. Where's the candlestick?
I want to know where Ebenezer is.
Well, he's here and there and he's everywhere.
That's comforting. Here we are. Just look at this. Alice has outdone herself with this one.
Oh, look at the typewriting broom on the top.
He might as well be standing on a gallows. Oh, my dear. You're going to feel much better after you've had a nice hot cup of tea. Would you like oolong or china this time? I don't care. All right.
Well, we'll surprise you.
Nothing would surprise me. Wedding cake. Ha!
Good evening, miss. I take it you're a lady of the house, or a guest at the inn? Charming place you have here. Charming. My card. Keep it. lucky day. You have been selected as one of our regional winners. This entitles you to a free gift. You may choose either Lady Cincinnati Turtle Oil or Lady Cincinnati Herbal Shampoo. Which will it be? I can recommend them both. Myself, I prefer the turtle oil. Maybe that's because I like turtles better than hers. A little humor never hurts.
What?
What will it be, turtle oil or shampoo?
Smiling Sam, the beauty man, Lady Cincinnati beauty products, discount on quantities. Who are you? Where did you come from? What do you want?
Like my business card says, I'm Smiling Sam the Beauty Man. I came in through the door. It was open, I knocked, but you didn't seem to hear me. Many others staying here.
Storm?
Little bad weather doesn't throw me. I like the postal service. Let me recommend this honey lotion. It's one of our best sellers. Makes a great gift. Cream rich with a light, fresh fragrance. 2-week delivery.
I don't believe you.
I wouldn't lie about a Lady Cincinnati product. I've represented Lady Cincinnati for 2 years, and I stand behind the reputation. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Let me recommend this little item. It softens, soothes, penetrates, and moisturizes dry and peeling skin. It's provocative without being rude.
And
This is Lady Cincinnati Supplements Restore, created especially for Lady Cincinnati by dermatologists in Kansas City. Say, lady, am I making you nervous or something? Tell you what, why don't you call in some of the other guests in the end, and I'll give a demonstration of all Lady Cincinnati's fine products. How's that? I'll even make sure they all get a free gift, a $4 value.
I'm warning you.
All right, you don't want to buy, you don't want to buy. Don't make a federal case out of it. You want your free sample?
And
Who's this Ed you keep talking about? Is he in? Hey, let that girl alone. Where do you think you're going? Easy now, friend. I don't want any trouble. Stay cool, keep fast. If she's a friend of yours, and that's okay by me.
what now? Now there you are. We've got
Yeah, crazy. Hey, you're not going anywhere, Bell Boo.
Look at that. Run, Dorothy, run.
Trouble, you're gonna get it.
Oh, what a shame about that automobile. The mud is clear up to the roof. This is terrible. Take that out.
He's coming around.
He's had such a terrible night. He looks so bedraggled and sad. Poor cousin Ebenezer.
Poor Ebenezer. Did you see what he did to me? It's a wonder I'm still breathing. He's got a grip like a pit bull.
Well, when he comes around, he will apologize, I'm sure.
I don't want an apology. This guy ought to be kept in a cage. A cage with no lock and no key. And a guy who doesn't include red meat.
Where did you get this gun?
The place the handcuffs came from, that cop, Dawson.
Oh, well, a gun and handcuffs, he certainly comes equipped for emergencies, doesn't he?
Ebenezer is definitely an emergency.
Oh,
I made some coffee. I think we could all do with a cup.
well, we're all out of cream and sugar and everything. I'm sorry.
Black will suit me fine.
At least it'll be hot.
They're coming in. I hear them.
Easy.
Well, now, you have
easy.
nothing to fear from him now. The storm is over. His moods never last after the storm is gone.
I'm not taking any chances.
Oh, what is your name, young man?
Smiling Sam the Beauty Man. Only I'm not smiling anymore, did you notice? After one night in this place, they're calling me Sour Sam the Strangled Man.
You're being kind.
Would couldn't budge it.
I'll walk down the road and see if my car made it through the night.
I left mine on the bridge. It's a covered bridge, so maybe I'm in good shape.
Unless the bridge went out, it happened.
Oh, many a time.
It takes them weeks to repair it.
Months.
It's over, Mary. We'll be out of here soon.
The sooner the better. I want to get to a phone in Cobb, California.
How's she doing?
She actually managed to get some sleep.
Oh, she was tired. She was exhausted from fright and fear.
Sorry about my outburst, Dawson. You're no hitman.
A hitman would be easy to deal with. Something like this animal cracker ain't.
There he is. That's him.
He's handcuffed, Mary. He can't hurt you now.
What are they going to do with him?
Good question. What are they going to do with him?
Shot to the local police.
Oh, they won't do anything with him. It's happened before. They don't. They just don't know.
Someone must file charges.
Oh, goodness, no. Everybody's just so relieved to get away from this place. They never complain.
Just like they want to forget all about us.
Can't blame them.
Don't tell me the local cops ignore this.
Why should they pay any attention to him?
Him? Don't you mean her?
Oh, don't let this bridal veil fool you. This is just some of Ebenezer's foolishness.
You mean it's a guy?
It was a guy.
It's the general.
It's General Saltmarsh. You see, we could have received a great deal of money for this skeleton from one of those historical museums, but we said no. This is his home, and this is where he belongs.
Oh. I've heard of keeping ashes in an urn, but I've never heard of keeping the remains in a wheelchair.
Ah, what a lovely morning.
Oh, see, just as gentle as a hummingbird. Good morning, Cousin Ebenezer.
Morning, Evan.
Morning, Cousin Hepzibah. Morning, Cousin Arabella. Why are you all staring at me? I've been a bad boy, haven't I?
Well, you did have one of your moods.
Moods?
One of your little fits.
I wasn't too bad, was I? I wasn't naughty, was I?
Terrorized everyone here and gave us all a night to remember.
I did.
You did. And then some.
Let me out of here! Let me out! Why all you people?
Who are you?
She answered the ad in the paper, too.
That maniac, he tied me up and put me in a sack. He's insane.
That's an understatement.
If you want, you can file a complaint.
I just want to get out of here.
See what we said? No one ever goes to the police.
Would somebody get these cuffs off my hands? They hurt.
I don't know if I should.
There's nothing the matter with me now.
It's all right. You don't need to worry now, sir.
Keep that piece steady. And my fingers on the trigger.
Ah, that's much better. I imagine that you're all hungry. I think we have eggs enough for everyone. I'll prepare some breakfast. Anyone for clam fritters?
I'll take my gun. That's what you think. Stay where you are. I only get a warning once. Hands up! You heard me. Hands up! Move it, Miss Malibu. I mean now.
Stop, please! The hitman, do something!
I said now. You, open the door. Once we're outside, take the key and lock it and throw it through the window. If you don't, I'm coming back in and finishing you off.
You have no